This just in! Apparently, Disney World will open July 11th. However, parades and other things will be postponed.
Nighttime
Shows and nighttime parades. Bye-bye. Let me reread that. No parades or nighttime shows until a later date. Unfortunately, this is from Mice Chat, so let's get into that particular article after a quick Coke. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to Dizzy Bear's informative and interactive media. Free to comment, and I am free to respond. Else I'd be bludgeoned to death for ignoring you by a wild bear. So the news today is rather interesting. The life of Aaron Williamson from Texas. Howdy! The first story I have here, the reopening from Mice Chat. Breaking news, Walt Disney World picks reopening date. The day you've been waiting for has arrived. Walt Disney World has filed a request with local officials to begin reopening the parks and resort hotels on July 11th, a full month after all major parks in the area. Disney Vacation Club properties and the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground will begin to reopen to both DVC members and guests on June 23rd. Additionally, Disney Vacation Club properties in Vero Beach, Florida, and Hilton Head, SC, will reopen on June 15th. All other Walt Disney World Resort hotels are set to open on July 11th, alongside Magic Kingdom and Disney's Animal Kingdom theme parks. Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot will open a few days later on July 15th. Oh, and then I got an ad for face masks. You might have to wear them if you want to enjoy your rides, huh? As you might expect, Disney will increase safety and sanction measures across the resort. So safe. Oh man. Going to a theme park is the safest place you could ever be. You're less likely to be struck by lightning than die in a theme park. Wait, what? Ignore that. As you might expect, Disney will increase safety and sanitization measures across the resort. They will push the use of mobile and Magic Band technology to make mobile ordering and no-touch payments the norm. So Apple Pay and Android Pay, if it doesn't really work, then you're out of luck. Because that's going to be the new norm, unfortunately. Unfortunately for all you people who are like, hey, I have this hard-earned cash. You gotta shove it inside your phone and beep your way into getting whatever meals you might like. Frozen Mama Rebecca's in the chat. Howdy, James. Back from camping. Yes, after our week camping bender, it was quite the relaxing experience. I did a lot of sleeping, and now I am back in the news couch. Unfortunately. Anyway, carrying on with your favorite news about this opening of July 11th Disney World and Resort Hotels. A social distancing squad will help keep guests informed and entertained as they strive for safer guest safety. You know what that means. Karen's gonna be walking around. That's not 6 feet.
You stand there, and you stand there. That's not social distancing. Get further apart from each other. You want to get coronavirus? I don't think you do. That's gross.
But you know, we may have already had it back being Disneyland back in right before the epidemic started, really. A lot of people there who easily could have coughed on us. You know, I kind of coughed a few times to clear out a crowd so we could go through more easily. You know, same thing's gonna happen at Walt Disney World. In a much bigger park too, so twice the fun, really. temperature screenings and masks will be required, as they are in other Orlando area parks. So there you have it. Mask required. Oh no. So you're not going to be able to breathe for large portions of the day. That's okay. You're going to be in the second happiest place on Earth. There will be an online pre-reservation plan in place to visit the parks. In other Disney news, they were talking about limiting the amount of total guests that they are allowed in the park at a certain amount of time. So what this most likely means is maybe 30% occupancy, so we can spread everybody out 6 feet apart. Because then, you know, I'm not even sure where I was going with that sentence. But guests of the resort will increase signage both before they enter the parks and the parks themselves. What is increased signage? Signage? You sign things? Do you like signs? There's a little sign that I've gone by. Anyway, signage. Very important. Very important. Very important, very important. Signs are the most important things. And temperature screenings. They take a bazooka and put it to your head, and that tells them how hot you are. On a scale of 1 to 10, I don't know, it's usually like an 8, 9. That's the average heat of the human body. So, you're all good. You just say, I don't know. Insert Star Trek pun. And that is the end of that story. Let's move on to another fresh, exciting, delicious story. After a few comments from this interactive, informative media, we have the life of Vern Williamson. How far out can you make a reservation into Disneyland's Animal Kingdom? That has not quite been released. We will inform you when more details have been reported. Giovanni Unicorn says, "Am hot," and then sweat faces. Interesting. And paging Mr. Morrow. I love that Coke glass with the handle. I do too. It keeps me sane. I was a solid 5 when I got tempted. 50 degrees? That's not quite. I don't even know. 50 degrees is me shivering my hiney off in a forest. So if you're 50 degrees, you're an ice cube to me. Speaking of ice cubes, these are really cold. Alright, time to get some news stories. News stories! Okay, NBA talks with Disney. They want to resume the season in Orlando, Florida, in July. Well, they're opening July 11th, so who knows, they might be able to continue the season there. We'll skip to that in just a little bit, get more in depth in that story. We also have Disney hurt in epidemic. No, not Disney. How could Disney be dying? Target flourished. Woo! They sold quite a few face masks. I hear that's half of their stock right there is just buying and selling a face mask. Used or new, I don't even know. I saw a face mask on the road the other day. I was like, ooh, I could buy that and sell it for $10. Easy peasy. And it was just left in the middle of the road. I was like, who does that? You can use that, you can sell it. That's a profit right there. Take Target for example. But skepticism is that Disney is a better investment than Target if you were to invest in it right now. And that's because Target has all those things that you need day to day, like toilet paper and Lysol wipes and Coca-Cola. But Disney, you don't need it all the time. Just once a day. Unlike Target, you get yourself, I don't know. So, Disney stocks are really bad right now. Like, that's just so blunt. Oh man, they're company's worth fell almost $100 billion. They used to be $250 billion, and now they're only like $18 billion. So Targets went up. So of course, Disney's like, we need the money from the people. We don't have people going into theaters and paying billions of dollars to watch our movies, and we're not making any. We're going to withhold them to release in 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now. So, if you put money in them now, and they have a history of turning a profit, they're going to make you your money 50-fold. Don't quote me on that, because it's just a little bit of an exaggeration. We like to exaggerate now and here on the Disney Bears. Hey, an ice cube. That's no exaggeration right there. Cold. Oh, man. Man. Target. It's good right now, so if you had Target stocks before the epidemic, then you were all good to rock and roll. But now that the epidemic is coming to an end, it's time to cash in on that. The epidemic's pretty much over. If you invested in them, it's kind of wrong. However, Disney and everything's going to reopen, and they're going to get back to their usual money-making, movie-making, money-making, theme park playing, that fun stuff. So good. And that's why Target's not a good investment. That was the whole story. It's fool.com. Yep, bank stuff. Anyway, Disney's first gay main character in Pixar is out? What? This is gonna do a lot of fun for the LGBTQ. It's a ballpark or something. Whoa. Yeah, hit a home run with that. With their wooden bats. Get it? Wood? Bats? This is a gay character. I'm not gonna explain that one. That one's on you. And also, Disney Plus, the app you know and love as you sat down through this quarantine. Disney Plus, with The Mandalorian. Disney Plus with Dumbo and the other Dumbo that we don't talk about. That Disney Plus on your TVs. Oh man, the dude, the developer lead went to become the CEO of TikTok. He's just gone. But TikTok is just for kiddies! You want to see a TikTok? No, because TikTok's inappropriate. They're swearing and shaking booties and all over. There was this funny time experience like 8 months ago. I told my co-producer, Brian, the Disney Bear, I was like, hey, here's this fun app, TikTok. Watch it. So he took me like, okay. Scroll. I go take a shower, get dressed. I'm out there taking a nap, sleeping, and I wake up and I'm like, looking over at him on the other side of the hotel. What's that shriveled up gray prune over there? I walk over, I'm like, hey there. Oh, come out of your TikTok, come there. You watch TikTok for like 2-3 hours straight. TikTok, pretty addictive. I personally have a friend that I used to work with. He would lay awake till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just looking at TikTok. In fact, we have a TikTok account. I think it's the Disney Bears. Dizzy with 2 Z's. You know me. Go subscribe to the TikTok account. We're also capable of going live on there because we're at like 3,000 subscribblers. Another story. Man caught camping in Disney World's island. Calls it tropical paradise. But with a lot of trespassing signs. Stay tuned if you want to hear a more in-depth to that camping story. Says the person here's name was James and Brian, and well, it's a good thing we're home now. That's not us. Hamilton comes to Disney Plus June 3rd. with possible word censorship. There's a lot of F-bombs. You know what the F-bomb is? They drop it in the Hamilton rap-like play. My little brother likes it. Oh, it's yay. That's what I was gonna say. Anyway, Hamilton, it's gonna come on Disney Plus. And the Disney Bears released a press statement saying that they're gonna review it. Also, Cinderella's stepmother has a lot in common with Maleficent. Especially the voice. Especially the actor part of the voice. Especially the voice actor part of the voice in the two movies. And there's other voice actors in there that also have stuff. There's also voice actors in different movies that they're same actors in different movies too. I have to quiet a while for the words to come out of my mouth. And upcoming Star Wars series are in the bag! Yeah, more Star Wars! We know, we love Star Wars, you know? We just love Star Wars. Just love Star Wars. You remember Jar Jar, guys? He was the best character. Jar Jar, Pinky Boy. He was just the best, man. Can we just stop and appreciate how epic Jar Jar was as a character? I'd like to stop and list his 10 best traits. Number 1, his hair is gorgeous. Number 2, his eyes were just big and wide, excited for adventure. Number 3, man, those hands are gnarly and gross, but it's interesting. He had pretty big hands for swimming. Not to mention his feet. Perfect for swimming. He could be an Olympic swimmer. I swear, Jar Jar, you have the body of an Olympic swimmer. That's trait number 5. Excellent, Jar Jar. I know that's only 5. I could keep this up all day. But I'm pretty sure you are more interested in the news. So, what news do you want to hear about? I'm going to take a look over to the chat. You guys are pretty quiet today, huh? Alright, let's take a look-see here. Disney's first gay main character in Out? What is this? Okay, this is the Los Angeles Times. You know, basically the place where Californians exist. In California. In Los Angeles. Where it may or may not be illegal to leave without wearing a face mask. So, the caption of this title is, Does Out, new Pixar short with the first Disney gay protagonist answer LGBTQ inclusion call? I don't know, let's find out. In 2 seconds. Short films have been a Pixar animation studio staple. The Desk Lamps of Luxo Jr. 1986. A solo chess competition in the Oscar-winning Gary's Game. 1997. And most recently, the story of a Chinese mother fearing her son growing up as told through A Dumpling and Bayo. 2018. Pixar shorts, ladies and gentlemen. Pixar's latest edition, now streaming on Disney Plus, features its first LGBTQ animated lead character as he finds the courage to reveal his sexual orientation to his parents in Out, the series. It's not a series, it's just a 10-minute short on Disney Plus. It's not hard or complicated. Well, it could be hard, it's gay, you know. Anyway, the 9-minute, excuse me, it's 9 minutes, not a 10-minute short. I haven't watched it quite yet, but I think the Disney Bears just released a statement. Yeah, the Disney Bears just released a statement saying that they will review Out. In correspondence to Brian. Brian is nowhere to be found in the studio, apparently. That's fine, I'll just drink his cokes. The 9-minute short film was written and directed by Stephen Clay Hunter, who has worked in animation or visual effects, I don't think this writer is too sure, has worked in animation and maybe could have worked in visual effects on Finding Dory. He's also worked on Wall-E and Brave with the other red hair you know. Brunhilde, I want to say. No. Meredith? I don't know. And she's the Viking or something. And Toy Story 4 and other projects. Stephen Clay Hunter, you know, he worked in animation and visual effects. He worked on Out. I don't know, maybe it's the story of his life. I'm not know. Let me get to those details right now. And let's get that story out in the open. Out tells the story of Greg, who is voiced by Kyle McDaniel and his boyfriend, Emmanuel. Caleb Cabrera was the voice actor. But anyway, Greg and Emmanuel are friends. And the story is about them as they receive an unexpected visit from Greg's parents, just as the young couple is preparing to move to the city. Woo-ya! Aided by the cat and dog fairy god pets, Greg switches body with his dog Jim, with the help of a magic dog collar. Much of the action centers on attempts trying to distract Greg's mother from discovering a framed photograph of the couple hugging, which was also cameoed in Toy Story. A cameo from Wheezy of Story Story. Wheezy was cameoed in here. Or something, I don't know, it says something about Wheezy. I put all these stories and their summaries or in the description of this live. So if you want to check them out afterward, you're free to do it. Speaking of live, let's take a look at what you guys have to say right now. Rebecca, what? Who went out? Caleb, Sierra, howdy. Rebecca, wow, really? Really? Okay, back to that story. The film reaches a heartfelt climax when Greg's mother's reaction is revealed. Out is a part of Pixar's Spark Shorts, a collection of 6 animated independent short films streaming on Disney+. So you can see a couple other things on there as well. Very nice. The statement from Pixar Animation Studio President Jim Morris, not presented. Jim Morris is the president, and he said, "The Spark Shorts program is designed to discover new storytellers, explore new toy-selling techniques, and experiment with new production workflows. These films are unlike anything we've ever done at Pixar, providing an opportunity to unlock the potential of individual artists and their inventive filmmaking approaches on a smaller scale than our normal fare." Earlier this year, Disney included an openly LGBTQ character on Onward. The Dan Scanlon-directed animated Pixar feature received a theatrical release in February, just before the coronavirus forced shut down cineplexes, and found a new home streaming on Disney Plus and other digital platforms, drastically shortening the usual theatrical window. The Onward character, Officer Spectre, voiced by Lena Waithe, casually brings up the stepdaughter she co-parented with her girlfriend. As the Times, Tracy Brown wrote in March, Officer Spectre was the first character in any animated Disney film to openly acknowledge that being queer in a line of dialogue. But given Disney's history of merely hinting at a few characters of others' sexuality, such as Gaston's sidekick LeFou in 2017's 2017's live-action film of Beauty and the Beast, the Onward character left a lot of Disney fans wanting more out. Couple Greg and Manuel seem to be a step toward answering that call. And that was the LA Times article. Let's see, this was written by Frank Rojas, R-O-J-A-S. Frank, thank you for that thrilling article. I'm very happy. More stories exist here, yes. What should we do? Brian, what kind of a story do you want to hear? Brian? Hello? Hello? Hello there, calling all bears. Do they exist? I'm not getting an answer, so I'm just gonna dance. Also, there are a few more stories over here, such as the upcoming Star Wars series. Let's take a look-see! Lucasfilm, May 4th, 2020. Academy Award winner Taika Waititi to direct and co-write new Star Wars feature film for theatrical release. Oscar nominee Christy Wilson Cairns to co-write screenplays with Waititi. They recently won the Best Adapted Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit and directed the widely acclaimed first season of The Mandalorian on Disney+. Will directed and co-write a new Star Wars feature film for a theatrical release. Joining Waititi on the screenplay will be Academy Award nominee Christy Wilson Cairns, who receives a BAFTA award for Outstanding British Film of the Year on the three-time Oscar-winning film 1917. Woo! We got an Oscar in the thing. We got an Oscar in our Star Wars. Yay! Holly, woo! Is that it? Okay. In addition, the Emmy-nominated writer Leslie Headland, Russian Doll and The Bachelorette, is currently developing a new, untitled Star Wars series for Disney+. Headland will write, executive produce, and serve as a showrunner for the series, which adds to a growing list of Star Wars stories for the galaxy far, far away, and all of you to enjoy. There's a Disney's Plus streaming platform, including The Mandalorian, is now in post-production on season 2 of The Mandalorian, and 2 other events of Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and another following the adventures of Obi Wan Kenobi between the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars A New Hope. You know, at the end of the 3rd episode, General Grievous, he got God. And then there's the one where he trains Luke. Well, I think trained is kind of a strong word. He just kind of handed him the lightsaber and said, "You are the chosen one." It was very Lord of the Rings-esque. But anyway, we're gonna have another short bit series on the time period of that in Kobe Don Badobi's life. Yeah! Okay! The release dates for both Waititi's and Headland's project haven't been announced yet, though, but they are in the bag and they are coming sometime. More updates in the future. hey, sorry to hear about you guys getting fires. Woohoo, we're so fired up. Yeah, we're fired up. But I feel positive there are better adventures ahead for you guys. Love you, and we love you too. Walt Disney World is going to be open July 11th, and we are going to be there. And may all donations help. Anyway, moving on to the next comment. Kevin Navarez. What's James? James is a human, Kevin. Cheers to that. Yes. Cheers to the Star Wars and the 11th of the July 11th. Yeah. What? Ice. Yes, ice is nice. I like ice too. Anyway. So, next news story! Okay, the man who was caught camping on Disney World's island called it a tropical paradise, but with a lot more trespassing signs. It's not really what he said, that's just what I titled this. Title! Hi there. Man arrested for camping at abandoned Disney World island. Disney World has been closed since the middle of March. It's been closed for a long time. How did he get in there? Who would have known? Anyway, Disney World's been closed since the middle of March, but that didn't stop a dude from camping on an abandoned island in the park. 42-year-old Alabama man was arrested on Thursday at Disney World's Discovery Island, telling deputies he was unaware he was trespassing. He called the island a tropical paradise. Yeah. According to the Orange County Sheriff Office, that was his words. Deputies noted there were numerous no trespassing signs, though. Authorities charged him with 1 count of trespassing, a misdemeanor. He was also banned from all Disney properties. So misdemeanor, Mr. You 42-year-old Alabama mister, never again. Disney no more, you shall. You are dead to us. Anyway, according to the arrest report, the man stated that he had made entry to the island to go camping on Monday or Tuesday, and that he had planned on staying on the island for approximately a week. Probably pooping in bags and leaving the bags in his car to stink up his car. Sounds very familiar. It could have been us. You know, we were camping for approximately a week, you know. Anyway, Disney security first spotted the man camping on the island, which has been closed to the public since 1999. Dang, that's been closed for 21 years. Deputies with the Orange County Staff Sheriff Office searched for him with helicopters and boats and on foot. They needed all those 3 things to catch one dude? That sounds pretty lame. Yeah, so they had the helicopter, fine. Oh, I don't find anything according to the arrest report. Entered the island. The man told deputies he didn't hear them calling out to him on a loudspeaker because he was sleeping inside one of the buildings on the island. That doesn't really sound like camping. So a dude gets arrested for not camping. The island has been abandoned for 2 decades. Since then, various explorers have made unauthorized trips to see the decaying and overgrown buildings and posted their videos and photos online. And now what he doing too? That's the end of that story. Now, to see what you guys have to say. Kevin's laughing at Brian. Ha ha ha, Brian, and damn. And there's a retracted message. Captain Morgan it is. Who's Captain Morgan? Did he get banned? I don't see a Captain Morgan. Anyway. Brian's way back there. He's just watching. Alright. Another story. One more story, ladies and gentlemen. This may have to be our last story before we wrap it up. Speaking of wrapping it up, it's a little hot in here, so I'm going to unwrap just a little bit. My vest. It's the best a vest could ask for. Anyway. Cinderella's stepmother has a lot in common with Maleficent, especially the voice. What? Let's find more about voice actors that are in other movies that you know from other movies. That's the first one. And also, the voice of Winnie the Pooh is also voiced by the same dude as Darkwing Duck, Chief Powhatan, and one of the hyenas in Lion King. That's all the same dude. You know, Pocahontas' daddy figure in life. That's Winnie the Pooh. Raised by a pack of bears and a tiger in the woods. His move. Pocahontas. Did I say Mulan? Did I say Mulan? Good, because I didn't say Mulan. And a hyena. Very fun indeed. And who else? Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast is also the villain in Pocahontas. You know, the big guy with the purple hat. I don't quite know his name. But anyway, he's also Cogsworth. Also, Max from A Goofy Movie is also Kovu from the Lion King sequel, Lion King 2! Also, Tony J. That dude's from Anastasia. Oh no, that's not Anastasia. That's the Hunchback of Notre Dame as Monsieur d'Arcu, who attempts to take Belspada to an asylum. It's also Frollo from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The voice of the old man in The Emperor's New Groove is also Piglet. Remember him? The hunchback guy who got kicked out of the temple by Emperor Cusco! Why does it so fall? Pacha is also Sully from Monsters, Inc. And that's all I have for you here. Oh wait! One more update. John Ratzenberger? You remember the pig from Toy Story? You remember the abominable snowman from Monsters, Inc.? You remember the Underminer from The Incredibles? Do you remember Matt from Cars? That's all the same voice actor! Yay! Okay. Last talking session. Rebecca says Island of Discovery is in the middle of Bay Lucky, and I know where that is. We'll see you guys in the next one. We know you. We love you. We've got the news. We'll show you next week. This is James, the Dizzy Bear, signing off. Have a good week and enjoy the videos that we put out, including talk show and baking with the bears, cooking bears. We'll have a highlights of the camping adventures when we were on that island, remember? In the middle of the Disney World. And if you're a special subscriber on Patreon, you get to watch us try to drown a bag of shit. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys in the future! Woo-hoo! Later! Is it off?